Hi and hello Let's Play fans, it's your old pal Berg787 back with a brand new series. As you can see, we are going to be playing Darkest Dungeon, which is a roguelike dungeon crawler, which is very, very fun to play. Don't believe me, I played it a bit and I've enjoyed it immensely, but it's also quite a tough game as well, which should make for an interesting playthrough, that's for sure. I've played a little bit of it, so I've got the sort of gist of it, the hang of it, and I've kind of worked out how I want to play and who I want to use and whatnot. But anyway, for those of you who have played the game before or have watched other Let's Plays of it, I will talk a little bit about how the game works for those who haven't, but obviously you guys just bear with me as we go through that. So let's start a campaign. We will do that, and we shall call it Berg787. There we go. No, we don't want to swap it to Darkest, do we? Can we change it back to Berg? 787. Enter. Yeah, there we go. We'll hit that.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
So, there we go, we will find our redemption. And the game, I think it just starts straight in from what I remember, so gives you sort of like a tutorial, as it were, sort of just a little quick playthrough. It'd be good if it loaded. Well, anyway, this is the town. All these buildings do stuff, which we'll cover as and when. They don't all start unlocked, so you've got to bear with it as, but as I said, I'll explain more as we go along. How about I hit spacebar? So, here's our party to start with. This is the kind of general state, map navigation, blah, blah, blah. So we move from room to room. Obviously, we're not actually in a dungeon at the moment. We're on our way to town, but the rest of the game is sort of spent in dungeons and warrens and stuff like that. And you move, as you can see here, across from map from room to room. And whilst you're through these corridors, you can end up finding treasures, getting into fights, so on and so forth. Same way with these these actual rooms as well. So let's just move along, shall we? So there we go, there's our party. We've got Reinhold, and we've got this chap, Dismas, who's a highwayman, and this guy's a crusader. So I'll talk more about them as we play. So we click on there, there we go, that'll move us to the next room.
Run up these lanes. Keep to the side path.
Yeah, that's just the movement.
Is just ahead.
So we should get into a fight here pretty soon. Yeah, here we go. So we're going to fight our first guy, a brigand, and he surprised us, which isn't great, which means he'll attack first. But he missed, so that's good. Now, kill the enemy, that's what we'll try and do. So, we've got different abilities that we can use, but we can't use all of them depending on where we are. Now, normally you'd have 4 people in your party, and then let's say, for example, open vein. We can only use that, you see those little yellow dots just underneath and the red dots? So the red dots mean who I can attack. So if there was 4 people in the opposing party, I could only attack the front 2 with this skill. And I can only use this skill if I'm in the first 3 rows out of the 4 with it. Make sense? Okay, there's other skills and stuff like that. As you can see, pistol shot is unavailable because we are at the front. But if we were, where the Crusader is, then we could use the pistol shot, so on and so forth. And obviously each ability does different stuff. So we're going to try and hit this brigand. Now, open vein's a pretty good thing to use anyway because it does add bleed damage if it works. It doesn't always. Sometimes they can resist it, but their bleed resistance is only 25%. So good chance of actually inflicting bleeding. So the damage, and then every time he goes to have a go, he will take 2 extra points of damage at the beginning of his turn, so quite handy. There we go, we hit him. Did he bleed? No, he resisted. Okay, so never mind. Now again, with our Crusader, we can actually use any of our skills in the front 2 rows. We're going to use Smite, because it's pretty good. Boom, and he's dead.
Falls, a faint hope blossoms.
So, nice and easy. I mean, it wasn't meant to be a tough fight, that first one, just to show you how to play. I'm going to swap round, get them back in the right order. And we'll keep working. As you can see, we got some gold. Now, these are things that you come across on the map, interactive objects. I don't always hit all of them, as you'll see later on in the game, because sometimes they can have adverse effects as well. So, but I'll cover that more as we come across them. This one I know doesn't, the brigand tent. So we go in there, they left valuables, so we got some more gold and some jade. Superb. So we've come to the end of this corridor. We go through here, and there should be like a boss fight here. There we go. So we surprised them this time, so we're both going to get to attack before they do. Now this bloodletter, he's a big fat prick, so it means I can't attack the guy behind, which is rather annoying. He counts as like 2 people. So he's a bit annoying because he can attack both our people, the Fusilier. You know, if there was a way we could get him to the front, he loses a lot of ability. So you kind of want to move these guys. You can move them around. I don't think we've got any skills to do that, but you'll see what I mean later on as we play. So what I might do is try and kill the bloodletter first as quickly as possible so we can get to the Fusilier. The bloodletter does have a lot of damage, a lot of health, but I'm not really confident my pistol shot's going to be able to smite him in one go. I could do Grape Shot Blast, which would hit both of them, but doesn't do as much damage. So I'm going to try and work on the bloodletter first. Oh, bam, and we got a critical hit. Critical hits are great because it lowers your stress. You can see here, stress at the bottom. When that gets up to the top, your guy gets afflicted, then usually with some sort of negative trait. Occasionally they'll get some sort of positive trait, which again we'll discuss as and when we get, but critical hits are really handy because it lowers your stress. Likewise, if you get hit for critical, it raises your stress. So another game mechanic which we'll touch on more. We have bled this guy as well, so he's going to take 2 damage for the next 3 rounds every time he goes to attack. We could try and stun him as well, but I'm going to just try and kill him outright. Okay, 8, so we should be able to kill him next round, I believe. So we get to attack first again. Let's try and finish him off. Ah, damn, that would have been nice if we could have finished him off because... Oh, well, he will be dead next time he goes to attack. Which is fine, actually, which is what we wanted to do. And if only we got to attack first, that would have been handy because he would have died, then we could have attacked the Fusilier, but we can't. So what I'll probably do is just buff myself because I don't see the point in attacking him because he's going to die anyway. So I might as well take this opportunity just to get a bit more protection. So we'll do that. Would have been a waste of an attack just to hit him because look, there we go, he's dead.
A victory, perhaps the turning point.
And hopefully we'll kill this guy without him doing anything else to us. So, boom, 9. Will he get bled as well? He is, but it's just not enough to kill him. Well, we'll kill him anyway. Oh, damn, missed. Tricky bastard. He did get a critical, which is annoying, but only did 1. See how our stress rose when he hit us with a critical? But he's dead.
The greater the glory.
So there, we got some food. Bunch of stuff, so we'll take all. Now, the only time I've tried to open this box I've always got poison, but it doesn't really matter because this is the end of this first trial dungeon. Yeah, it's trapped, and we got poisoned. If we had like a potion we could get rid of that blight, but it doesn't matter because it's all over here anyway, so boom. There we go. So we got a bunch of cash, and did we get any heirlooms? No, we didn't. You use heirlooms to upgrade your town, but again I'll discuss that as and when we get to that. We got extra 5,000 gold just for completing the quest. So great. Yeah, you can go up in skill and stuff like that. We did get 2 things. Sometimes they're positive, sometimes they're negative. We'll see what we got. So we got Warren's Adventure, which is good. So in Dungeon Warrens, which is a type of dungeon we can go into, we get 20% stress resistant, which is good. So Rhymold will be definitely handy when we go into the Warrens. This mass, he got Warren Tactician, so he does more damage in the Warrens. That's quite handy, although I don't think we go to the Warrens straight away, but it's good to know that we've got that ability. So, off to the town. And so, well, not all the buildings are unlocked as soon as you come into the town. You usually have to go through a couple of playthroughs or dungeon crawls to unlock more. So this is just the activity log. It just tells you a few things. These are the quests that we've got. Tons of quests here. Blah, blah, blah. There's the caretaker looking all stressed. So, here's the town. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I know that. So, there's only 2 buildings that we can actually use straight away, and one of them we can't actually use anyway. It's the graveyard. Thankfully, no one's there yet, but that's where our dead heroes will end up. And here's the stagecoach. This is where you recruit new heroes. So, usually, you get the Plague Doctor and the Vestal. So, we will get both of them. Because we need them. We want to have a full squad. The Vestal is basically like your healer class, but can do a bit of melee damage. The Witch Doctor, he uses a lot of potions and poisons. He can be quite handy, actually. I quite like him as well, because he can afflict people with blight, which is kind of like bleeding, except blight, so they take damage each turn, stuff like that. So definitely handy. But they're not my optimum class. I've got 2 sort of in the playthrough that I've done off camera, I've sort of got like 2 squads together that I kind of like with the moves and stuff like that. They'd be my optimum squads, but I'm not going to be able to get to that straight away. We'll do that as we play. I do like to upgrade the stagecoach and the hero barracks because you want to get that increase so you can have more heroes, but I also want to get more after each run. You get new heroes so you can recruit new guys. At the moment we're only getting 2, so if we upgrade this we'll get 3 next turn, so we'll do that. Should I upgrade it to 4? Yeah, I will upgrade it to 4. That's fine. So next time round, after we go through the dungeon, we'll get 4 more heroes that we can recruit, and we're obviously not at our limit yet, so that'll be fine. We'll do that. There are a ton of other buildings, as you can see, but none of them are available as of yet. So anyway, let's go to embark. So this is where you go and pick your missions. At the moment, we can only do this one mission. It's a short dungeon. There are different lengths. There's medium, long, and stuff like that. And what they do, there's a difference to them, but again, we'll discuss them as we go along. So in here, these are the rewards that we will get. We'll get cash, 2 busts, and a crest. Again, these things are all used to upgrade your town. So let's get our party together. And we'll take these 2 who we had before. We'll take the Plague Doctor, and we'll take the Vestial, since we don't have any other choice. The usual suspects. Oh, apparently as well, a patch came out today upgrading a few things. So they said that they'd give teams names. Apparently you could change the colours or colour scheme and stuff like that of your people. I don't think it's too much changes, but I did read that. So we'll see if we can maybe explore that as we play. So we go to provisions. Now, on short dungeons, you don't really need to take loads of stuff because obviously you need gold for other stuff, but you also need gold for your provisions. Now, I usually like to take 8 food, because you'll need to eat at some stage while you're in the dungeon. And you can also use food to heal, but it's not the best thing to do. But we'll take 8 food just to be on the safe side. Torches are used to increase and to increase light. Light has an effect. I'll talk about that when we go into this next dungeon. I like to keep it not at the brightest, but at the level that's just below. And you'll see why when we get into the game. So we will take some torches. I think 4 torches. Let's take 6 torches. That'll be fine. We'll take some bandages. We'll take a skeleton key. There we go. Okay. Bandages. If we get bled, you know how we bled one of the baddies last time? Well, we can also get bled by certain attacks. So these stem the flow of blood, which is quite handy. And keys to unlock boxes and stuff like that. That's always handy. So let's get on with it. So we're off to the ruins. Each region has its own challenges, apparently. Assemble your party and supplies according. Well, what do you think I was going to do? Assemble them non-accordingly? Stupid game. Right.
The fiends must be driven back.
So obviously, as you can see, this dungeon's a little bit bigger than that first one that we did. And what we need to do is complete 100% of room battles. So we don't actually have to go into every room as long as we've completed all the room battles. So if, for example, we went through all of these and didn't go to that one but had already fought all the room battles, then we wouldn't need to go in the last one. Anyway, the way this dungeon's laid out is a little bit annoying because we're going to have to backtrack on ourselves, which I never like doing, but hey-ho, what can you do? Now, I mentioned light. As you can see here, we're at the brightest, so radiant light means that we get plus to scouting and we can surprise monsters. That's fine. That's nice, being able to surprise monsters. The level that goes just below that, I think you start to incur more stress, but you still surprise monsters, and I think you do start to get a bit more loot when there's a bit less light. So that's the kind of level I like to keep it at. Obviously, if we were later in a dungeon and stress levels were pretty high, I would maybe want it at maximum to sort of negate any extra stress, but anyway, you get the idea. We'll touch on that as we move along. So let's head to the first room. See if we get any encounters or anything like that. Oh, okay, there's a trap, and it wasn't a trap. Sometimes you can see traps, and then you can try and deactivate them. That was one that wasn't available. I was specifically looking out for that. So here we go. We've got this thing, Altar of Light. We can pray to it. Soothing Pale Light engulfs the hero, so we got a buff from it. What did it do? Plenty plus damage. Okay, that's pretty good. Always like to deal more damage. So we got to the first room. And we've got a fight already. But we surprised them all, which is good. Now, this guy I'm not too worried about. Our champion actually does, or Crusader does a lot of damage to unholy units, as you can see, he's unholy. These Wolverine type people are annoying me with their fucking claws. We're going to have to try and deal with them. Now, what can we do? From the back here with our skills, Healing Grace or Judgment. Alright, well, we'll use Judgment. Not saying I necessarily want it. We don't need to heal. It does heal us, but it does also attack them. So this guy I'm not worried about hitting. He's the weakest out of all of them. So we'll try and smite these Wolverines. They're quite annoying. Okay. Now we could open this guy's veins. Hopefully, if we don't kill him, we bleed him and get him to at least 2 2 health or lower, because then he will die when he gets to attack. Should be handy. 7, excellent. That's exactly what we wanted. Oh, but he resisted bleeding, which is annoying, so we are going to have to smite him. The Plague Doctor, he's got a couple of things that we can do. But I kind of like this Noxious Blast. Although Plague Grenades are quite good, because that'll give 3 people Blighted if they fail their rolls. So that'll be 3 damage per turn. That's pretty good. I think I'm going to do that. On the back 2. So I only did 1 damage, but they both took Blight Affliction, so they're going to be losing 3 health per turn each turn for the next 3 turns, which is good. Now him, I kind of want to get rid of the Cultist Brawler, the Wolverine, because he's more annoying than what this chump is. They can make us bleed and stuff like that, so I am going to try and hit him. I can only hit the front 2. This guy I'm not that worried about, so let's try and hit him. Excellent, good. Took care of that prick. And now it's their turn, so there you see they took the 3 damage from the Blight. Now you use that. We resisted it. That attack can bring our guy forward, which you don't want to mess with your team order, because it can, as I said earlier, affect what abilities you can use. Thankfully in this case he resisted, so we're still in the order that we want to be at. Now there's a couple of options I could do here. I could try and open this guy's veins, or at least get him down. I think I'm going to attack the Brawler. I could do the Grape Shot Blast and hit all 3, but I kind of, again, want to make sure this guy dies. So even if we don't kill him with the hit, which I don't think we will, we should get him low enough that if we can get him to within 3 or less health, or 5 or less health if we make him bleed, then he will die before he gets to attack us. So let's try that. 7. And we bled him. Okay, so excellent. He's dead next time he attacks, so we don't have to worry about attacking him next. Our Vestial. We could heal our guy. Probably not the world. We could use Judgment on the Occultist. We would still need to do 5 damage, and that would kill the Occultist. Oh, Acolyte, rather. Occultist Acolyte. Bitch with dagger or whatever it is, yeah. I think I'll heal our guy, though. There we go, healed for 3. You... I think I might throw that Plague Grenade again. No, hold on. Noxious Blast. She's already blighted. She's already got like the blight on her, and that's only going to do like 1 damage. Alright, well... Alright, we'll do Noxious Blast on the Bone Rabble, because he can get blighted as well. Does more damage, obviously, that. Yeah, he has been blighted, excellent. So there you go, as I said, he was going to die before he attacked, which is exactly what happened. He almost died, it's a shame. He missed. These guys are chumps, really, with their little truncheon, or club, or whatever it is, so I don't really care too much about them. Now, I might use Zealous Accusation here. It attacks both of them. It doesn't do as much damage, but I don't need to do a lot of damage to the Acolyte to get her down to that level where she'll die before her next attack, so I think I will do that. Ah, damn it! Missed both. That's a bit annoying. This guy's dead anyway. We will try and stab her. Excellent, so she's going to die as well. Okay, so we've won this round. I don't actually need to do anything else. Hopefully we'll get the Vestial to attack one more time just beforehand. I'm just going to buff up to see if we can get the Vestial to go so she can heal. Yeah, excellent, excellent. That's exactly what I wanted. So we'll heal him. So we're back at full strength, and they'll both die. See, so there's definitely tactics involved to the game. I love this game. It's brilliant. And at the moment it looks all nice and simple. But I might use this actually just to get a bit of torchlight as well. But it looks all simple, we're breezing through, but believe me, the game's anything but simple. This is all quite easy to start with, but it definitely gets trickier as you go on. Excellent, so what did we get? We got an accuracy stone. Means we dodge less, but we are more accurate, so we get less misses. Maybe I'll use that. I don't know, all of these kind of little trinkets that you get all seem to have positive and negative things, so you have to kind of weigh up whether you want to use them or not. I'm not sure. I'll have a look to see in a second, so we'll take that anyway. Now, our dodge here is 5. Who's got the best dodge? He's got dodge 10. So maybe him taking -3 to his dodge wouldn't be the end of the world, and it would give him more accuracy, so I think I will do that. Yeah, we'll do that. Excellent, and he can open this chest. See what's in here. Excellent, so some crests and busts, as I said, they help us upgrade our town, which is what you want to do. So, we'll go up to the next room. We'll have to double back on ourselves, but there you go. You've got to do what you've got to do. So as you can see, the light's gone down now. So now we don't get looting. We don't get extra loot yet, but we do still surprise monsters, and stress level is a bit higher. Actually, would probably be better to keep it up. Maybe it's the level below that I want. I can't remember now. I'll have to have a look when the light falls down to there. Take that. See what this is. Oh, it's got a map inside, excellent. So we'll do a bit of scouting so we can see what lies ahead. So there's a fight coming down this way. There's a fight down there. And there's that down there. Okay, so... I mean, we're going to go to all of these rooms probably anyway. We'll go in here. Is there anyone to fight in here? There isn't. Okay, so we've got to basically just come back the way we came. But we had to check it because, as I said, you never know. There might have been something in there for us to do. So as you can see, the light is getting lower. Hunger. Right, now this is where food comes into it. Your party eats 1 bit of food. We did take 8, so we will have 1 food each. Only he got actually health up because he was the only one who had less health, but they have all eaten. That's fine. Go through the door. Excellent. Okay, so let's head down there. So we're going to get into a fight straight away. The torch, yeah, so we've gone down another level. So now, here we get more loot, and we do more criticals, but we do incur more stress, and monster accuracy and damage is increased. So at this stage, I don't mind that, because, well, they're not, we're in pretty good shape, but, you know, were we in a bit worse shape, maybe I'd want a bit more light, and I'd kind of rather a bit more loot right now. So excellent. A bit more gold. So let's see who we're going to fight. Okay, bunch of maggots and a spider. These spitters are actually a bit nasty, but none of these guys have a lot of health. Okay, so we got our guy stunned. It's a bit annoying. But yeah, these spitters can do a bit of damage, you know. Thankfully, they don't have a lot of health, so... Right, in this instant, I think I will actually use the grape shot blast, because as I said, none of them have got that much health. We could get a bit lucky here and kill both these maggots. Didn't kill anyone, but you can do. I think I will try and... Should I try and kill one of these maggots? No, I want to try and kill the spider. Oh, that was good. That was a nice hit. So good, these 2 maggots are fucked. Let us smite 1 maggot. There we go. Yeah, so he's come out of his stun. And you can just slice him up. Excellent. So nice and good. 2 busts. Take it all.
So too will resistance.
Now these Iron Maidens. Let's see what's in there. Stashed loot. Okay, excellent. So some... What the fuck's that? Yeah, that stuff. And a bust. Brilliant. Let's not linger. Well, I don't want to linger, so the light level's going to go down even more, actually. I don't want it to go down any further, actually, because that's when you do get more loot, but you can be surprised yourself, and I don't particularly want to be surprised. I don't like not attacking. So we'll just jump that up. That'll be fine. And, right, so we will come down here. There's a fight down the end of this corridor, but we'll deal with that. I kind of like to have certain people open these things. Don't know why. Don't ask me. Okay, so we got afflicted by blight. That's a bit annoying because you can't. He could normally heal it, but he can only heal in fights. He can't use his. Where is it? Has he even got it? All right, he hasn't got it. But plague doctors do have an ability which can heal this kind of shit. But this guy specifically doesn't have it. Should have used that key actually. That was a bit silly of me. Oh, never mind. So as you can see, he's starting to take some damage. That will wear off. But as I said, it's not always good to use all of these to actually go into them because, you know, obviously for those kind of things. Alright, let's rumble. Got some humans. Again, the Fusilier is an annoying chump. I do want to kind of kill him. But what we really need to do is probably get rid of one of these quickly because then he'll be brought up to the second spot. And because we can't really hit him other than with 2 people. I think if we concentrate on killing one of these, the next round he'll be a bit nearer and then we can beat him up. But all 3 of these are a bit nasty for this level. I don't particularly like any of them. So let's attack. Actually, forget what I just said. I'm going to attack him with the Fusilier and then I can always throw the Blight Bomb, which will hopefully inflict him with Blight and he might die anyway. So we'll do that. Okay, we only did 3. That's not great. Okay, so Noxious Blast. No, it wasn't Noxious Blast. It was the Plague Grenade. Yeah, so I'll only do 1, but hopefully it will blight him. It has blighted him. Okay, but we still needed a bit more damage. Actually, probably... Ooh, wow, okay, that wasn't good. Told you these little fucking knife guys are a bit annoying. Another reason he can attack all of us. So I don't want him at the back. I want him to get forward because then he can't use that 3-man attack. I don't know if he can use it in the second spot. He definitely can't use it when he's right at the front, but we don't have any abilities to move party order. You do get abilities that can do that. Right, in this instant, I think I will use the Grape Shot Blast just to hit all of them, because it will do enough damage to the Fusilier as well to bring him to a level where he's going to die the next attack, plus do a little bit of damage to these guys, so... I actually killed him outright, so there we go. Excellent. I will smite one of these chumps as well. Or do I want to do that? Do I want to maybe quickly... No, that's fine. We will hit one. Oh, great! Big hit! Death becomes you. Okay, now... I kind of do want to heal this guy, but I can't heal outside of fights without using food. But... yeah, so... what could we do? We'll open his vein, but it might end up... well, oh, we missed anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, here he comes again with his annoyance. Bit of damage. We'll blight bomb you. Hopefully you get blighted. Yeah, you have been blighted. Excellent. Okay. Now with our Vestial, we're going to heal our guy. Only 3. It can do up to 5 health, so that's a bit annoying. It only did 3. And let's try and finish you off. There we go. So a little bit annoying that our guy is a bit low on health, but it's not the end of the world. I think I am actually at this stage going to bump up the light, because I don't really want to have them doing more damage when I've got a guy who's a little bit sort of on the edge, so to speak. They don't die instantly when they hit 0 health. You'll see that in a minute for those of you who haven't played the game. They go on what's called Death's Door, and then it's kind of like there's a chance they can die from the next hit. So you don't really want people on Death's Door. So anyway, we're doubling back on ourselves as we said we'd have to. But things are going pretty well. As I said, I would like a little bit more health on especially the highwaymen, but hey, you can't have it all. Let's move to the next dungeon, or the next corridor. Okay, so there we go. There's a trap, as I said. Disarming trap. We will try and get our highwayman to do... or maybe not, actually, because if he fucks it up, he'll take the damage. I suppose you can try and disarm it. Alright, she got hit by it, but again, I had to try and disarm it, and I didn't want to do it with him, just in case, you know, he didn't disarm it.
Witnessed by his own eyes.
So, hunger again. We will have to eat. Good thing I took 8 food. What is this again? This is a decorative urn. Go on, have a look what's inside. Nothing but ashes. Alright, never mind. Can sometimes have loot. Can sometimes have negative things as well, so you've got to be careful. Pick and choose when you want to use those things. Okay, so we're done. So we are actually going to have to go to every room. Okay, so we've got this again. This time I'm going to use that key. There we go. Let's see what's inside. Oh, great. Nice stuff. Portrait, bust, and 550 gold. That was pretty good. That definitely paid for itself, that key. Yeah, just going to use that torch again. As I said, don't want them to have more damage than us. Annoying trap again. We'll get the Plague Doctor to have a look. Alright, he was hit. But again, as I said, I didn't want to take the risk with him.
Possessed by evil intent.
No, actually, we'll be fine. Let's see if the level drops, because I think there's going to be a fight in here. There we go. But the light level's still fine. Okay. Excellent. We get to go first. So, these guys at the back are pretty annoying. This guy is quite annoying as well. This guy's not as annoying, although he has the most health, but he does have this really annoying attack where he hits you with the shield, and he'll hit like the front guy, and it'll swap him back, so he can be a bit of a pain in the rectum, for sure. Okay. Now, I think what we're going to want to do is a pistol shot on one of these guys at the back, because I'm going to want to try and blight them as well. So I want to get these guys out as soon as possible, so... Oh, brilliant! Wasn't expecting a critical, but we got one, so that's brilliant. That's good news. I don't want these guys attacking, especially from the back. If we could bring them to the front, I wouldn't be bothered, but at the back, they're not particularly fun. Alright, so we're going to have to do a bit of healing here. We shall heal him. Excellent, 5 as well. Maximum that we could have done. Quartered. Ooh, it's not nice. Okay. Oh, we do have target shuffle. Actually, yeah, we will do that. Bring him to the front, because if he's at the front, he's much worse than what he is at the back. We've got a critical on him as well. Very nice. So that makes things a lot easier, having that schmuck at the front. Also means we can attack him. And as I said, this guy, Crusader, does more damage in general against unholy units. So he's tried that shield bash. Is he going to resist? Yeah, he resisted. If he hadn't resisted, he would have got knocked back a spot, which wouldn't be the end of the world, but it's a little bit annoying. Okay. How much health have you got? 4. Might actually give it a... do I see that? Sometimes you've got to weigh up whether you want to make sure you get rid of someone, or whether you want to try and risk it and hit all of them. Now, I could do 4 damage, but I could maybe want to just make sure I get rid of him. But then again, he's at the front, so I don't care. He's not as deadly at the front, so let's do that. Got rid of him anyway, so that's fine. Now these guys can't bleed, so that's not the best attack. Noxious Blast, probably the best thing to do. Again, this guy doesn't do as much damage as you'd think. He's more annoying because he's got so much health, and because he can do that attack to knock you. This guy actually probably does the more damage, the Bone Soldier. I think, anyway. Well, let's attack him anyway. Are we going to blight him? We have, but he's still not low enough on health to actually be worried about being blighted. We'll heal up our Crusader. Great, another 5. Good times. Deadweight. Fuck you, Deadweight. Resist. Yeah, he resisted again. Good. And now time to destroy. I think I'm going to hit him. Or should I finish him off? Because this guy hasn't attacked yet, actually. And he's not going to get killed, and I don't really want him to attack, so... Oh no, I could use that, actually, Zealous Accusation, because that'll get him down enough health to make sure he dies next from the Blight. Well, as long as I hit. Well, it killed him outright anyway, so that's fine. Always got to try and remember who attacked when. Because as I said, like, attacking that guy outright would have been pointless, because this guy was going to attack next, he wasn't going to attack next. So, you see what I mean? You've got to think a little bit about these things. Alright, I suppose Open Vein better than doing the Grape Shot Blast, considering there's only one guy, even though we can't bleed him, but it still did nice damage. There you go, he resisted, as you can see down there, bleed resistant 100%, so he's never going to get bled. Use Noxious Blast. 4, excellent, hopefully, yeah, he got blighted, that's good. I only really need to do one more bit of damage to him to make sure he dies. In fact, what I might do is actually leave him 2 turns just to heal. Well, it's the last fight, actually, so it doesn't matter how much health we've got damaged, does it? So I might as well just try and finish him off. I was going to say, if this wasn't the last fight, I probably would have let him linger, because he can't do too much damage to me, and I would have tried to use a turn to heal extra what I could have, but in this case, as I said, it was the last fight, so it doesn't matter. So we got all this stuff. Excellent, take that. We've completed this dungeon. Wonderful. I suppose you go to the Holy Fountain. Can we do anything with that? Oh yeah, we can. Divine Benefit, excellent. That gave us... Well, it's a bit pointless to use, don't need it, but whatever. So we're done. That was the first dungeon, nice and easy. Powered through, kicked ass. And there you got a sort of bit of an overview of the game for those who haven't played, and those who have played it before. Well, I suppose I was teaching you a little bit how to suck eggs, but still, you know, I like to sort of talk about the reasoning behind what I do, and maybe you found that beneficial, hopefully. Anyway, let's go to next. So we got a lot of good loot, which is handy. Got some good cash. Loads of stuff, okay. Again, there we go. So we got some traits, let's see what they are. Now, in this case we got 1 positive and 1 negative, so we got this shit. So when the light is below 25, we actually lose 2 speed. I don't ever want to really play with the light below 25, so that doesn't really worry me too much. And he got this amateurish armorsmith. Oh cool, so when we want to upgrade his armor, which is something that we can do at some stage, it will cost him 20% less to do, so nice. Let's see what this mask got. Photomania. So when the light is above 75%, he gets plus 20 to stress resistant. That's good. I don't know if they've changed something here. Like, I know there was a patch, but it seemed to me previously playing it before the last patch that a lot of these benefits, if you were kind of like, if there was too much light, they were actually negatives for you, you know? Like, you'd have to play in the dark, which you don't particularly want to do in a lot of aspects. So I don't know if they've changed these around, but I've never really noticed like being a negative when it is dark, you know. Anyway, don't mind, I'm waffling a little bit. And let's see what voicing, is that how you pronounce it? Let's see what he got. Okay, so he got 2 things, 1 negative, 1 positive. Dark Temptation, prone to investigate the dark arts. I don't quite know what that means, but whatever it is, he's prone to it. And Backtracker, no stress penalty when walking backwards. Okay, well, that's kind of weird. I don't really walk back. That doesn't mean backtracking. You can literally walk backwards. But I don't really ever do that. I don't know if you'd have had to miss something or something like that. Be a bit of a moron to have to walk backwards. So there you go. Anyway, let's return to the town.
There is a great horror beneath the manor.
So, obviously now we're into week 2. The tavern is unlocked and the abbey is unlocked. The tavern and the abbey are 2 places that you can send your people to reduce stress. As you can see, these guys are all got a little bit of stress. Voicing actually has the most. So you can send them there and you pay money and they do stuff like at the tavern they can drink, gamble. I think there's a brothel there as well, so yeah, all things that can reduce stress. And at the abbey, you know, you pray, confess, all that kind of stuff to reduce stress. So some people prefer to use certain ones more than others. Anyway, as we can see, these guys are now level 1s, which is good. You start off as level 0, I think, so there we go. So we've done that. Let's have a look instantly. I don't think we're going to send anyone necessarily to get some stress relief, because they're not stressed enough to justify the amount of money we would pay. But I'll show you that in a second. Let's just go to the stagecoach to see who we've got. Oh, cool. Okay, so this is what they were talking about. They do get different colours. Because before, all your Vestials would have this like grey outfit, they'd all look like that. But this is something they've added on the recent patch, so we get another Vestial. We'll recruit all of these anyway.
A sister of battle.
And it's actually quite handy as well, because remember I was mentioning earlier in my sort of like 2 teams that I've got that from playing through, that I really like to use 2 certain combinations. These 2 are actually both in that combination. The Plague Doctor doesn't factor into my optimum combinations, but there's no reason not to have extra guys. You can always dismiss them, it doesn't cost you anything. But these 2 actually are part of an optimum combination that I've got, so we'll definitely pick them up.
To those with a keen eye.
And we will take another Plague Doctor, because just at this stage it's about numbers more than anything else. So I like to order them as well next to who they are, so I know what I'm doing. Now Stagecoach, again, we can upgrade. We probably will want to increase our hero barracks, because that means next turn we will be able to recruit 3 of the next 4 heroes the next time around, so I will do that. And we'll come out. So you say, look, we can go to the Abbey. You can move your guys here, so Voicing, for example, we can put him into one of these 2 slots, and he would then reduce stress. We'd have to pay money, so for example, if we went here, we would pay 1,000 gold coins, and he will start to reduce stress. But he's only on free stress, so it's not really worth it, I think. Usually as well, the Caretaker, for whatever reason, is plotting around the town, and he's always in one of these, so he'll either be in the Abbey, as he is now, or sometimes he'll be taking up a slot in the tavern. He's not today, but he is. Now Dismas is a bit interesting, because he's got, like, he always starts off with this trait. You notice how he can't go in the gambling hall? Well, the reason is for that is that he's a known cheat, so he's not allowed to gamble while in town. So basically, if you're going to be healing, if you're going to be stress relieving him, make sure that these 2 slots aren't full, like all the slots aren't full, and you've got the gambling hall free, because you won't be able to use him. Anyway, I'm not going to upgrade any of this just yet, just because I don't need to use it just yet. So I don't like to upgrade stuff that I'm not going to be using that turn, if you know what I mean. There's other stuff that will unlock, as I said, but they're the things that have unlocked now. And I think we'll put an end to the first episode here. So hopefully that gave you a good little understanding of everything as it is, for those of you who haven't played the game, and for those who have, hopefully it's got you ready for more dungeon exploring, dungeon spelunking. I don't know, whatever the term is. But yeah, we're going to be doing a lot more of this, because this game's fantastic and I really enjoy it, and hopefully you'll enjoy watching me play it. So if you like the episode, obviously it's the first in a new series, please do hit the like button. It does mean a lot to me. And we shall see you all for episode 2 very shortly.